And hello, hello, good evening, good morning, good night, good afternoon. Welcome back. This is Work Time with Dr. Wood, y'all. So glad you're here. So wherever you are right now, I am glad that you are tuning in to get some work done. We have been working and talking about this series, the Q4 winning moves. Q4 winning moves. We are working on getting better. We're working on being successful in the fourth quarter. That's what we've been talking about in this series. Q4 winning moves, behaviors to help you succeed in Q4. Specifically talking about strategies and implementing things that can help you navigate the year-end sprint to success. And y'all, can you believe it? We are on episode, actually that should say episode number 33. All right, well, I can change that right now. How about that? Let's see what we can. Let's see if we can do that. There we go. Episode number 33. Right, episode number 33. But that's what we're doing in the series. You know, when we talk about Q4 winning moves, right? When we talk about success, when we talk about the fourth quarter, this is where the rubber meets the road. Sometimes right here in these last few months of the year is when people kind of take a break. They get tired. They've been grinding. They've been humping. They've been doing the stuff all year, y'all. And now, they say, hey, I'm just going to take a break. I'm tired. I'm fatigued. Let me just take a break. Or they begin thinking about the things that they said they were going to do for the year, the plans that they had, those projects that they were going to do this year that they started, but somehow in the middle of the year, something happened and that fell away. And they're like, man, I wish I can get back to that. Oh, I'll just wait till next year. Or there were things that they said in their list, right? New Year's resolutions or plans or strategies or projects that they had to do that never got off the ground in 2023. Never got off the ground whenever you're listening to that in this year. And they say, yeah, it didn't get off the ground. I guess that's not for me. Or I will, just like the people who fell off the path and say, hey, next year I'll pick it up again. But I want to convince you that here in the fourth quarter, y'all, in the fourth quarter, we can dig in. I think about all the different teams that are out there, right? All the different sports, whether it's baseball or basketball or football, right? Everybody in the fourth quarter wants to dig in. They want to make sure that they're doing their best. They want to make sure that, it doesn't matter, right? They're putting their all. I told you I went to a basketball game. We saw the Bulls play just a couple weeks ago. We saw one of their preseason games, and it went into triple overtime. That's right. And even though, right, the other team didn't look like it was going to win, they didn't give up. They kept going. They kept pressing. They kept pushing until the last, y'all. And we can do the same thing. And so as we're talking about the fourth quarter, we're discussing what are those things that we can do? What are those policies? What are those procedures that we can put in place so that we can be successful in this fourth quarter? And over the last several episodes, we've been talking about getting back on track. We've been talking about getting back on track because that happens, right? You're going along and something happens and you get thrown off track. And so the question is, what do we do? I hope this series has been a beacon of guidance and inspiration for you, just as your engagement and feedback has been incredibly motivating to me. Right? I hope that you are finding value in the things that we're doing. Over the past few episodes, like I said, we've journeyed through various strategies for helping us stay focused, be resilient, navigate the challenges of the fourth quarter, from setting realistic goals, mastering the art of flexibility. Even we've spent some time talking about steps of empowerment. How do we empower ourselves over these crucial months? And we've discussed the importance of habits and tackling overcoming obstacles. And now it's time to delve into another vital aspect of this process that sometimes goes unnoticed. But it's a fundamental one, right? It's fundamental to our success. And that is, in today's episode, we're going to talk about cultivating your support system. If you recall, right, on track. What are we talking about, right? So we talked about recognizing you're off track, figuring out why you for getting back on track, staying motivated, building habits, overcoming obstacles was our last episode. And tonight we're going to talk about cultivating our support system, right? Now you remember I said in our last episode that I was going to talk about some of the procedures and strategies for problem solving. We're still going to do that, but I thought I'd finish getting back on track, and then we'll come back and we'll talk specifically about some of those. Strategies for getting back on, not for getting back on track, but for problem solving. So tonight we're talking about cultivating y'all, that support system, because the support system is crucial. It is the thing that sometimes we forget. We forget how important that support system can be. And so that's what we're going to spend some time tonight talking about. How do we cultivate that support system? Now, the first thing is, well, what really is a support system, right? What is a support system? So support system is a group of quality relationships that offer emotional and sometimes practical and logistic help. It's a group of people who genuinely care about your well-being and are there to support you through the ups and through the downs. And it's not just about the number of people that you have in your network. It's not about the number of people you know or the size of your social network, because you can have a huge social network but not really have a support system, right? And you'll see there, right? As I said, quality. It's a group of quality relationships, right? That word right there is important. Relationships that offer emotional, mental, practical, logistical support and help. So that when something's going on in your life, when something's going on in your business, something's going on in your project, something's going on in another relationship, the support system is there to help absorb. They're there to help advise. They're sometimes even to just listen. Support systems allow us to be for real, right? Now, when we say for real, that means you're being real, really, really being real. They are there to provide non-judgmental help. Now, non-judgmental in the bad sense. They do provide insight that sometimes comes from their ability to judge and evaluate. Right? So support system. What do? It's not just all the people you know. You can't just go through your Rolodex. Do people have Rolodexes now? I guess not. You can't go through your planner or your contact list and say, okay, all these people are my support system. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, that's the support system. What is it? It's a group of quality relationships, and they provide all those things that we talked about, the things that we need. Right? So support system. So that's what a support system is. Now, what are the benefits of a support system? The benefits of a support system, and let me back up and let me tell you a little story, right? About one of my support system people. Okay. And if you've been listening to me for a while, you'll hear me tell the story of a gentleman that was an integral part of my life coming through medical school. And I had some challenges in medical school. So when I was in medical school, my grandfather passed when I was a first year student in medical school. And my grandfather, this is my mom's dad, was an integral part of my life. He was larger than life, y'all. Okay, he was a funny man. Sometimes I thought he was a crazy man. But at one time, I remember going to church. We would go to church, and the people, we spent so much time together at church that people thought that he was my dad. Okay, now my dad was still alive, right? And so, my dad, we did a lot of things with my dad. But this guy right here, this is my grandfather. Yeah, that was the man. That was, we looked up to him, right? He was an integral part of our family. And so when my grandfather passed, I was in medical school and I was taking a class, and I failed the class. I went away for the funeral, came back, really never kind of got my feet under me. And so for the rest of that semester, didn't do well. So anyway, ended up not doing well in this one class and had to go away, took the class over the summer. And at the time, there were only, I think, 2 places that were teaching that class. So people from all over the country that had not done well in that class were showing up to take this class. So I met people from all over the place. And that summer actually is an interesting story, because I spent some time with some friends who really poured into me, right? So part of my support system. So we'll talk more about that. So anyway, went away, took this class, came back, and within the medical school process, for some reason, never really got my feet under me again. And so kind of struggled as I went through medical school, got to the exams that we needed to take during medical school, and the standardized exams for licensing and so forth, and had difficulty going through those. And I remember showing up at church one weekend, and there's this couple that were there. He was a dentist. She was she is a pediatrician. And I remember sitting there and I was saying, you know what? I don't know if I can do this. I can't do this anymore, right? Because it was a difficult, grueling process, folks. And I remember saying that. And the husband, Dr. Callens, and I'll call his name, he says to me, he said, Dr. Woode, remember, I'm still in school, right? So I don't have the degree yet. He says, Dr. Woode, you can do this. And as long as I remember, as long as he was alive, he never again called me Dwain. Never again called me Dwain. He spoke into me the power. He spoke into me the vision, right? And he said to me, he said, you're already a doctor. All we have to do is get you the degree. We're talking about support system. When I failed the class, I had to go to New Orleans, right? NOLA, as they say. And I stayed with the parents of a friend of ours from college. And they took care of me that summer like I was one of their children. We're talking about support system. We're talking about quality people, quality relationships that are there for you when you need them, right? Remember our definition. Remember our definition of what a support system is. It is a group of quality relationships. Okay? During medical school, I was diagnosed with diabetes. And I remember talking to one of my uncles, my wife's uncle, but my uncle, and not knowing like what I didn't understand what this would mean to me. And I remember sitting there and just not having a clear picture, because the diagnosis of diabetes was huge. And he simply said to me, "You're going to be okay." Simple words. And even now, as I'm telling this story, I remember that conversation. And so this group of people, right, part of my support system. I got a bunch of guys that I grew up with that I've known for years and years and years. And I pick up the phone. I remember I was going through this difficult period of my life, and I picked up the phone and I called them and said, "Hey, this was going on." And for years, we started having just a phone call on Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, we'd pick up the phone and we'd call each other, right? And just talk about what was happening, what was going on in our lives. My support system. So support system, a quality group of relationships that offer emotional, mental, practical, and logistical help when needed. Yeah? That's what we're talking about. So the support system, right? So what are the benefits of a support system? And benefits of a support system, they are, it reduces stress. You don't know, I can't even begin to explain to you the weight that was taken off of me in each of those instances that I told you about. Whether it was this confidence that Dr. Callan spoke about me with, this couple that were parents of a friend of mine who took me in, the group of guys who met with me for years, y'all, every Wednesday night, simply because I picked up the phone and said, "Hey, I'm going through some stuff." Or the uncle who simply says, "Hey, you're going to be okay." Reduce stress. Enhance problem solving. Because remember, when the cortisol comes up, cortisol is one of those stress hormones. When cortisol comes out, then cortisol is like, "Yo, look at this. We are forgetting stuff," right? Cortisol makes our memory shot. That's one of the reasons why people, if somebody's anxious and nervous, you can walk up to them and ask them their name. And guess what? They'll fumble because they can't remember. So enhanced problem solving if you have a support system. Greater sense of well-being if you have a support system. Increased resilience, the ability to bounce back when things are not going well if you have a good support system. A greater sense of belonging and security. Better physical health. People who are in community, health-wise, do better. And boosted self-esteem and confidence. You want to show up better? You want to show up stronger? You want to show up with more confidence and better self-esteem? Have a good support system around you. And so then how do we build a support system? One thing is to nurture your existing relationships. Nurture existing relationships. Often we are so into developing a network, right? So we're going and we're meeting people and we're starting to try to build those networks. But start with the people that are already there. right? The people that are already around you, begin developing those relationships. Nurture them. You don't have to go find and spend the energy to build new ones, just the ones that you got. Engage in community activities. Become a part of the community. Because as you become a part of the community, then those community members see you, they get to know you, they get to like you, and they show up for you. That's what was going on in my life at the time, right? So I was part of the community. And so all these people around me showed up when I needed them. Showed up for me when I was having difficult times. Also, you can join professional networks. One of the ones that I have wanted to join, I still haven't. I've been to their meetings, several of their meetings, Business Networking International. And I'm not promoting them per se, but I'm just giving you an example, right? BNI. It allows you to meet other people in your area, right? Networking. There used to be, and I'm assuming there still is, Toastmasters, right? It was a place you went and you got to meet people and you practiced being able to speak Toastmasters, right? Join a club. How about that? You have an interest, join a club. You get to meet people, you get to develop networks, you get to develop socially, you get to develop a support system. Look for a mentor. Look for a mentor. The power of a mentor is invaluable. The impact a mentor can have. Someone who's been there, someone who can give you insight because of their experience. And then you can become a mentor. So you can become a mentor. I was about to say mentee, but you can become a mentor. You mentor somebody, somebody's mentoring you. Now you turn around and mentor somebody else. Provide the experience that you have to someone else so that they can now grow. Offer support to other people, right? When you see something going on, don't wait for somebody else to step in. You offer support. Be genuine. Say, hey, how can I help? And you're not doing this out of a sense of, okay, well, if I do it for them, they'll do it for me. This is just, you are being genuine. And all of this is important to make that point. Attend support groups. All kinds of support groups. And you will meet people there and you will develop relationships. Remember we said at the beginning, it is a group of quality relationships. Pursue hobbies and interests, right? Lots of things that you're interested in. Go out and find groups, find places where they are, right? Learn how to get better at whatever the hobby is. And as you do that, you will encounter people around you. And from that group, common interests, now you are developing support. One of the things I love about this online community is that the support that's there. Right, we all have a common interest. That is the content that we do, the things that we're doing right now. And so we come along and we begin supporting each other. So there are people I've met, people that I consider friends that I've never met personally, but we know each other in this social space, this digital space. And then, if you need to, get professional help. Get professional help. Let me say it again, get professional help. That's one of the reasons that I'm very excited about our next level coaching. Right? So when people are needing assistance, whether it's a counselor, whether it's a coach, a pastor, someone that can come alongside and provide, be part of that quality relationship that we were talking about. Yeah. And then remember y'all, right? So as we're talking through, we're talking about how do we get back on track, right? So that's where we are. How do we get back on track? And specifically now we're talking about cultivating your support system, right? We've gone through recognizing you're off track, understanding why you got off track. We've discussed some strategies for getting back on track. How do we stay motivated? How do we build habits that set us up for success? How do we overcome obstacles? Was what we talked about last night. And tonight, talking about cultivating the support system that provides the wind, if you will, the energy that lifts us up when we need it. How do we get back on track? And so building a support system isn't an overnight task. It's a continuous process that flourishes with genuine care. It's just like a flower, like a plant. You got to have some care with it, some effort, and you got to have mutual respect. And the phrase there is genuine, right? You're trying to build genuine relationships, quality, genuine relationships. And so that's, y'all, how we get back on track. That's how we get back on track. And so here it is. Here it is. You right now have something that was derailed, something that didn't quite go the way you thought it was going to go, something that is on your back burner. You've taken it and said, hey, I'm not going to mess with that right now. As we are moving through this final part of the fourth quarter, I want you to begin, I want you to go, and I want you to find one of those projects. I want you to find one of those lists, one of those resolutions, one of those things you said you were going to do at the beginning of the year, and I want you to pull it out. And I want you to begin using the process that we just outlined, right? Look at it and say, okay, how do I get back to this process? How do I get back on track with this? Okay. So let's use the things that we're learning. So we're not just doing this because we're trying to get some theory, right? Remember when I say, hey, this is Dr. Dwain Woode. That's Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology. You guys see that? Endocrinology. Here on the channel, I educate. Let me move this over. I educate, I empower, and I encourage you to take charge of your health, your life, avoid complications, and go to the next level, right? So we educate to provide information. We empower by giving tools, and we encourage with support. That's the formula for success. That's it right there. Right? You guys saw, I didn't mention that. Yeah, look at that. Let me pull this mic out for a minute. That's it right there, y'all. And that is the formula for success in every single aspect of your life. Regardless of where you are, and wherever you go, whenever whoever you talk to who is helping you, a coach, a psychiatrist, a counselor, a pastor, anyone who is in the space to provide assistance. In fact, in any aspect of your life, if you're taking a class in college, if you're learning a sport, you have to be educated in that area. You have to get information. You have to be empowered because you're learning tools, how to study, how to do the problems in class. What are the skills that I need for the sport? Tonight I went to one of my son's basketball games, right? And so the coaches are there and they're calling and saying, hey, do this, do that, do this, do that, right? And when he goes to practice, that's what they do. They're empowering by providing tools. Those are the skills. That's the form, right? Do the basics is what they say. Forget the fancy stuff. Let's work on the basics. And support, right? Hey, you did great job. Let's do this. Okay, I like what you're doing. I said to my son when we got in the car, I said, I love the fact that you were hustling out there, going up for rebounds, boxing out, right? Putting his arms up, defense, not letting the guy get in front of you, right? Knowing where your man is. Right? You shouldn't be over here and him way over there. You got touch him. Right? So all those things are things that we do as we work, educate, empower, and encourage. Awesome. All right. And so that's our little thought for tonight. Now we get to do some work. Okay. And I want you to know that even if you're not here right now, if you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and put replay, #replay, but use this as a work time. Okay, we're going to have some time here. We're going to do mute. We're going to mute and play some music and use this as a work time. Set your calendar, right? Use it for the time you need to get the things done to be successful. This is episode number 33, y'all. So 33 episodes you can do. That's an entire month. That is an entire month that you can use. And you can play it over and over and over. Now, we're going to be continuing it so you can come back and join us. Right? So we are here. We are here Monday through Thursday. And we're working, we're blocking. I'm doing time blocking. That's one of the techniques that I'm using to be able to do the work I need, right? So a place where we can be productive, as someone said to me last night. Just and quickly before we go to our work time, go ahead, if you have not been to our YouTube channel as yet, make sure you get over there and take a look at all the things that we have. Let's see, this will pop up here in just a minute. Boom, here we come. There we go. That's our YouTube channel. Get over there, and actually let me pull up a different look for that one. Here we are. Boom, 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 boom. Should be coming up in. There we go. All right, so that's the YouTube channel, and you'll see lots of the different series that we've been doing. Of course, there is the War for Your Health, which is what we're doing on our live show right now. That's the series that we're in. How do we reclaim our health and the war, all the things that are fighting against our health. This is diabetes. We're in this month still, and mastering diabetes. And then, of course, all the shows that we've been doing in this series, right? The Q4 winning move. And like I said, the one in the upper left-hand corner is the one that we're doing right now, right? So, and all the others are there. You see them. You can get there and you can use those as your work time. So make sure that you're doing that. And then, of course, get over to our website, right? So we want you to get over there as well. And if you've not yet downloaded the ebook that we wrote, the one that we used, 7 Keys to Success, is what we used for. Here he is. Is what we used for our shows in this space about a week and a half ago, right? So we went through each of those chapters. If you have not done so yet, you can sign up for our Sugar Busters. Unmasking the Sweet Truth About Sugar is an online course that we've got, and it's self-paced, beautiful way to begin setting yourself up for success in your health space. Online coach or next level coaching, as I just mentioned, sometimes you do need some professional help, and I would love to be part of your support, right? So those quality relationships that you're building, you can get over and sign up for our next level coaching. Awesome. All right. Well, that is the educational part, and now we get to do some work. So make sure you get your stuff out, get your work out, and we're going to mute and get to it. Here we go. We'll be back in a little while, okay? And this is going to probably be about 20 minutes or so. And yeah, so about 20 minutes. Here we go.
Take a real close look now. Soon you'll realize you don't know what's coming down. I got you hypnotized. Take a real close look now. I'm gonna show you how. I'm about to get down. So keep it up right now. So keep it up. So keep it up with me. I need to move. I need to feel the beat. Don't be a fool. You wanna hang with me. Life isn't easy. You gotta roll the dice. You wanna change. Join the paradise. So bring it on if you wanna hang with me. Alright. You know I know we kick it
Yeah. Hopefully you are getting some work done. I am actually working on some slides, some graphics, as we continue talking about Q4. Right, so I'm working ahead to get some of the things done for the series that we are doing right now. Right, so actually I'm using my work time to do some work for the series that we're doing. If you're out there, go ahead and put in the chat what you're working on, and let us know. But lots of space here for you to get some productivity, right? For you to have some productivity, for you to get some things done. And I am hoping that you are doing that right now. If you're doing this, if you're watching us in the replay, hey, come on. This no time. This is no reason to not be doing the things that you need to get done, right? Use this as a structured time that you can have to do that work. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead back to the behind the scenes, do some more, and then we'll come back and we'll talk and go from there. All right, so let's get back a couple more songs and get your stuff done. Okay, here we go.
Take a real close look now. Soon you'll realize you don't know what's coming down. I got you hypnotized. Take a real close look now. I'm going to show you how. I'm about to get down. So keep it up right now. So keep it up. So keep it up with me. I need to move. I need to feel the beat. Don't be a fool. You wanna hang with me. Life isn't easy. You gotta roll the dice. You wanna change. Join the paradise. So bring it on if you wanna hang with me. Right? You know I know we kick it like no one else. We kick it like no
about to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me. Be free. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free.
And just like that, y'all, just like that, just like that. Be free, be free. I love it, love it, love it. I hope you got some stuff done. I hope you got some work done during this work time, because that's what we have it here for, right? So you can be productive, right? So you can have some time to be productive, and you came through and you hung out with us here, Work Time with Dr. Woode. Work Time with Dr. Woode. As we move through our series, Q4 Winning Moves, Behaviors to Help Succeed in the fourth quarter in Q4, right? And we're learning strategies. We're learning strategies for navigating this year-end sprint to success, y'all. Here on the channel, we do a lot of things. We do a lot of things. So make sure you get over to our YouTube channel, as I've said. Make sure you get over to, let me just pop that up really quickly. Make sure you get over to the YouTube channel and see all the different videos that we've done there. So many different things that we can actually associate with Q4, right? So if you are working on your health, you can do that in Q4, right? People started in January and they may have slacked off as the year got on or the year went through, and you can pick that back up right here in this month as we get through the end of the fourth quarter. People have had some businesses that they wanted to start. They've had some other projects, some books, a podcast, a YouTube channel. You may have wanted to pick up a hobby, photography. You may have wanted to step up your game in terms of your career and get a new certification. You may have wanted to get a promotion. You may have wanted to develop a new relationship, fix a relationship. Yeah, any of that. Right? You have some financial goals within your personal life or within your business. Those projections. And you've looked at them. You can do that in the fourth quarter. We can do that right now, right? So on the channel, right, you can go and you can find videos that address various domains that you have in your life. Okay. Back in the spring, well, not the spring, but earlier in the year, let me say it that way, we did a series right here, Reinventing Yourself, Designing the New You, Designing a New You. And I think there are, maybe 25 or so videos in that series. Everything from changing, a guide to changing your life with the Wheel of Life, how beliefs are created, right? 7 steps to change any area in life. Discover what your life is really all about. The incredible power of journaling. So all of that's out there, y'all. And then, of course, our Mastering Diabetes series. We did a series that talked about the laws of health, right? The laws of health that are there. So make sure that you get out there and that you are making use of all of those. If you have family or friends that are out there, this is a great place for them to come as we continue to build this community. If they don't do YouTube, that's okay, because they can get over to our website and they can see our podcast, right? The Do You Know with Dr. Woode, with Dr. Dwain Woode. They can also they can see our blog. Right, so we did blogs there. We've got so many different topics that we've covered, and you want to make sure that you get over and that you are utilizing all of the resources that are there, y'all. Well, I thank you for coming by and hanging out with me and spending some time and working. Hopefully you got some things, some productivity out of this. And if you're watching this on the replay, make sure you put #replay and go ahead and use it as your structured time, right? And as I say, right, so now I got it, can hold it up. This is Dr. Dwain Woode. That's Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology, y'all. That's what the E stands for. And here on the channel, I educate, I empower, and I encourage you to take charge of your health, your life, avoid complications, and go to the next level. Create the life you've always wanted. I'll see you tomorrow night right here, right, for our next episode. Remember, we're here Monday through Thursday. And then on Monday coming back, we'll have our show that airs at 7, our live show that airs at 7 o'clock Central, as we move through our series. That's our second series that we're doing, The War for Your Health. Once again, thank you for coming through. Thank you for being here. This is Dr. Dwain Woode, Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology. Here I educate, I empower, and I encourage you to take charge of your health, your life, avoid complications, and go to the next level, creating the life you've always wanted. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you find yourselves. Thank you for being here. We'll see you later.